everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Miscellaneous Monday. This is the most random thing, okay? You guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I am a shopping addict. I have a problem. One of my resolutions this year is to not spend money unnecessarily. With that said, my husband and I do give ourselves a budget every month of spending money, okay? This helps us so we can still buy a few things here and there, maybe go out to eat, whatever, but staying within a budget that we have agreed upon together. It changes from month to month. Sometimes it's $100 a month. Sometimes it's $200 a month. It just depends. So even though I am spending money, we have a budget, if that makes any sense. Now, I have found myself reading books again. If you saw, I did a video on a book haul. One of the dog rescue groups where I live did a fundraiser to raise money, and they had a book sale. I bought books at this book sale. I don't think I have it up here. I don't. I ended up buying a series from an author. I think there was 10 books in the series. They had all of them at the sale and they were in excellent condition. I know. I get excited about that. Anyway, I started reading them. Okay, I started reading them and I kind of like them. I believe the author is Nancy Warren, and it's basically a mystery series about baking and witchcraft. Three things I love. I love baking, witchcraft, and mysteries. And it's all in one, and I love it. Now, we're going to talk more about this book in a later video, but because it's about baking and stuff, at the end of the book, they give you a recipe that they talked about in the book. So coming up here on our Try It Thursday at some point, I'm actually going to do this recipe. We're going to try it. And I believe every book in the series will have a recipe at the end. So we're probably going to do it, guys. We're going to, once I'm done reading the book, we're going to do the recipe together. So that'll be for Try It Thursdays coming up at some point. So if you're interested in that, make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss out on that future video. Now, this is a long intro to what I'm about to show you, but I was reading through this recipe. And, you know, it tells you the ingredients you need. It tells you how to go about doing it. They mentioned something called baking beans. Now, I believe that this is like British, so they probably refer to it as baking beans. There's lots of names for it. The most common I've found is pie weights. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. I didn't know either. I had to Google it. But this recipe calls for, first of all, the recipe is for a lemon tart, okay? I wouldn't say I'm a great baker, but I do bake, especially Christmas time, right? I do bake. I do enjoy doing it. I can follow a recipe. Things usually turn out pretty good. I've never made a tart that I can recall. And I have never used pie weights or baking beans either. But this recipe for this lemon tart, you need obviously a pie tin and baking beans. So I don't own either of those things. So I had to go and buy them. I Googled, right? I'm like, oh, is this an Amazon thing? What is this? I Googled it, and it showed up. I mean, obviously Amazon has them, yes, but it actually showed up at a store called Stokes. Now, I think I've maybe set foot in a Stokes once or twice in my life. I don't recall ever buying anything from a Stokes. It's a kitchen store. They sell kitchen things, right? I never think of them. I never think of them. But they happen to be having a big sale. You guys know how much I love sale. Up to 75% off in the store. And we have one in a store in a mall where I live. So I went there and I'm like, oh, let's go see, if they have these. They do. Pie weights. This is what they look like. You can't eat them. They're ceramic. They're just little ceramic balls. That's all they are, little ceramic balls. This is 600 grams of pie weights, okay? So it says on here what the usage is. Keep pie crust from bubbling and shrinking during blind baking. Place pie weights into an empty pie shell, spread evenly over bottom crust, bake crust according to recipe. Carefully remove pie weights 5 minutes before baking is complete. And they're heat safe up to 752 degrees Fahrenheit. So blind baking, if you are not a baker or you don't know, when you're doing a pie or you're doing like a crust, like a quiche crust or a tart crust, blind baking is when you just put the crust in the oven to get it nice and golden brown and to help crisp up the crust before you put the filling in. By blind baking, it's going to make sure that you don't have a soggy crust. Because if you just put the crust and then you put your filling in and then you bake the whole thing, it might get soggy. So you want to blind bake it. But a lot of times, because I've done this before where I put my crust in before I put my pie filling in. I just did it at Christmas time, actually. And I noticed that when I do that, the crust, the bottom of it actually bubbles up. And then when I put my filling in, you're putting it over top of bubbled up crust, so it's not even, and it's a whole thing. I didn't know these existed, but that's what the purpose of these is to make sure that doesn't happen, that it doesn't bubble up. It keeps it flat. It also, because it's ceramic, this retains the heat on top, which helps it cook on top. So I'm like, great. So this is what I went there for. These were regular $10. They were on for $7.98. I'm like, $8 for pie weights? They're reusable. They'll last forever. Perfect. So I have full intention of using this on a Try It Thursday with you guys. So this is what I went there for. Like I said, they had a sale, and I realized that I love kitchen stuff. I do. I love kitchen stuff. I also needed to get a pie plate. Here it is, or a tart plate. Sorry, tart plate. What's the difference, you ask? There's a little bit of a difference. Number one, if you notice, this has got this really pretty design on the edges. If you've ever seen tarts, if you go to a restaurant or wherever and they serve tarts, they always have this really pretty design around it, right? It's from a tart pan. Now this one was regular $12.99, and I got it for $9.98. So $10 for this tart. It's a fluted tart pan, and it has a removable bottom. So it's got this paper around it here, so it's hard for me to do it. But if you can see this little disc, this comes out. So what that means is you bake your tart in here, and then once it's cooled and you're ready, instead of trying to get your pieces out with this fluted edge, you actually are going to put your hand underneath and push up the bottom, which will remove your tart. This piece around the side falls down, so your tart will have this beautiful fluted edge that you don't have to worry about breaking or cracking trying to somehow get a piece out. Does that make sense? genius idea, genius. So I picked that up. Those are the two items I went to Stokes for. These were the best prices by far that I could find. I did look for the pie weights at Marshall's and Winners and HomeSense when I was there, and they didn't have any. But these prices are pretty good. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with these prices. And I never think of Stokes. So those are the two things that I went there for. While I was looking at that tart pan, they also had mini tart pans. Look how cute these are. Now I debated. I'm like, do I get a mini one or do I get a full size? I wasn't sure what to do. I really wasn't. I mean, if you're serving a bunch of people, the big one's nice, right? It's nice to have. And I have never owned a tart pan. Now I do. These are perfect for my family because this is like the perfect size for my husband and I to share one. I know that seems like it's not enough. We both had bariatric surgery, so we can't eat a ton of stuff. So if I just want to make a little tart and I don't want a whole one, this is perfect, right? It's perfect. And these are the same as the big one. They have a removable, if you can see here, they have, oh yeah, this can come off and I can show you here. Let me show you. So this is removable, okay? So it sits in there. And then once you're done baking, you basically push up on the bottom, okay? And now you've got your fluted little tart pan there and it doesn't wreck the edge. So I'm like, you know what? These are so cute. And they're great for, the size is perfect for us. So I did pick up 4. They had 6 on the shelf. I almost bought 6. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need 6. If I'm going to make 6, I'd rather just do a big one, right? 4 is enough. Like 4 is plenty. So I picked up those as well, just because I thought they were super cute. So that's what I went there for. Then I found a couple other things. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Apparently I'm into white marble right now. We recently renovated our house. I bought a white marble kitchen table. I have white cabinets and bookshelves in my living room with a white marble top. I like the look of the white marble. You guys, they had a bunch of white marble stuff. One thing they had was this gorgeous white marble butter dish. It's beautiful. Okay, this one, $10. Again, I think that's a reasonable price. This is heavy and it's large. Now, I do already have a butter dish. Let's talk about this for a second. I never had a butter dish. Like, you can tell you're getting older when you own a butter dish, right? So again, like most people, I just buy like the margarine tubs from the grocery store and you leave it in the fridge. That's what you do. But I prefer actual butter, not actual butter. I'm vegetarian vegan, so I buy their base cell plant-based butter bricks, basically. So it's plant-based, but it does taste very similar to real butter. Now, I didn't know this, but if it's a salted butter, you can actually leave it out on your counter, which is great because leaving it at room temperature means the butter is nice and soft and it's spreadable, right? If you keep it in your fridge, it is rock hard. If you've ever tried to take rock hard butter out of your fridge and spread it on like fresh bread, it just tears through the bread and it's horrible. But if it's salted, you can actually leave it on your counter. So I buy the salted plant-based bricks and I have a butter dish and I leave it on my counter. I love it. Here's the downside to it. My current butter dish is from Tupperware, which is fine. What I don't like about it is the base of it is pink. Doesn't match anything in my kitchen. Don't like that. But I also don't want to buy another Tupperware butter dish because they're very expensive. It has a clear kind of domed lid. Now, if you look at this butter dish, you see how it's got the lid here, and then you've got the dish. My Tupperware one looks like this. So it has a very thin base that the butter sticks on, and then a very large lid that fits over it. Normally this isn't a big deal, but my husband, he's blind in one eye, so his perception and is a little off, it's a little skewed. So a lot of times when he goes to put the lid back on, it like hits the butter itself and like squishes it, and then it gets on the side and it makes a mess, and it's not clean. So when I saw this one, I'm like, how interesting. The butter sits in here and you just lift the lid. And it's also a lot bigger, so you can put more in it. So, and it's white marble. Look how beautiful that marble is. This matches my table like perfectly. It's just gorgeous. I love it. So I picked up a butter dish. That was a long explanation on a butter dish. But that's how you know you're getting older, when you can talk about a butter dish for 10 minutes. Okay, moving on. Okay. Speaking of white marble, I bought these. Now, if you have been watching my videos, you'll know that I just did a baked pasta recipe in my Tupperware Ultra Pro little minis. Really liked them. They were great. I found these. It's a white marble baker's dish. Okay. Look how beautiful. Okay. These were regular $5.99 on for $4.98. Okay. Here's what spoke to me about these. Number one, they're white marble. I got a thing for that right now. Number two, let me just get this out here. It's a baker's dish. And I just envisioned, you know, if you ever go to a restaurant and you order like a baked spaghetti or like a half order of baked spaghetti, and they come in these little oval dishes. They're usually metal, but you know what I mean. And they're just cute and little and beautiful. I envision that. And I'm just like, I want that experience at home. I do. I know. I'm old. It's weird, but I like it. So, and another thing that I like about this isn't too deep. It's like an inch. And I'm like, this again, perfect size for me and my husband for a serving. For most people, this is probably too small, especially if you're, have a big family or whatever. But for us, it's perfect. I got 2 of them. Okay, I got 2 of them. Because again, I figure either, my daughter can have one and my husband and I can split one, or if it's just the 2 of us, I'm like, should I have gotten 3? No, this is fine. I really like it. This is from the Remy Olivier brand. These are porcelain. These ones, does it say here? These are dishwasher, microwave, and oven safe. I should say the tart pans are not. They're hand wash only. Okay, hand wash only on those. But these are dishwasher safe, oven, and microwave, which is nice. It doesn't say what temperature the oven can go up to, but I would assume it's at least 450 would be my guess. And they're porcelain, so I would say maybe don't put them under broil. That might be too hot, but I don't know. Anyway, does it say on here? No, it doesn't. But super cute white marble. I love it. Here's a tip. If you're buying something with white marble, doesn't matter what it is. It's a table, it's bakeware, whatever. Before you just randomly pick whatever amount, look at it, because every marble piece is different. The patterns of the marble are different. Okay, some are going to have more marbling than others. So if you're someone that likes a lot, come on, focus, a lot of marbling, okay, you're going to want to look at them and find something with a lot of marbling, because they are different. They're all unique, right? So keep that in mind. if you ever buy anything that's white marble. Okay, so I picked those up from Stoked as well. Now, they did have a lot of other things in this white marble. They had a really cute soup and sandwich plate. It was so cute, but it was too big for us. We would never eat that much food, so I didn't get it, but super cute. Like, you can go on their website and order stuff, and like over a certain amount is free shipping and all that stuff. One more thing I picked up. This is from Think Kitchen. Think Kitchen also was the baking beans or pie weights as well. This is a pineapple slicer. Have you guys seen these before? You probably have. This, again, was regular $10. I got it on sale for $5.98. I think that's a pretty good deal. I've looked at these for a long time. I've never used one. I've seen videos on it. I've never used one. I bought some pineapple the other day, like just the pre-cut pineapple, just little plastic containers from the grocery store. And I forgot how much I really enjoy pineapple. And then I was at Costco the other day and they were selling whole pineapples for $5. So I picked up a whole pineapple. It's downstairs on my counter right now. Normally when I get a whole pineapple, I just take a knife to it and cut off everything. And I find I lose like a lot of the actual fruit by doing it that way. So this is supposed to make things easier. This is supposed to like not only remove the outside of the pineapple, but it also looks like it cuts the pineapple into, I'm assuming, a spiral based on just the picture. I don't know. I've never used one. But we're going to use it on a Try It Thursday, and we're going to see if it's good, if we like it, if it's worth the $6. We're going to test it out. I have no idea. I've never used it. I forgot to look if this is dishwasher safe. No, this is hand wash only. Okay, probably because it is plastic. It does have a blade there that cuts the pineapple. So it does say hand wash only. For $6, I might throw it in the top dishwasher rack and try it. But we'll see. I usually try to stay away from hand wash only. I don't know. It's weird because to me this looks almost like a little dishwasher thing, but I guess it's not. So this will be a Try It Thursday to see if it works. I don't know. There's no real instructions on it, and there seems to be a button. I don't know. No idea. But anyway, this is what I bought from Stokes. Here's my bill. So for everything with tax, it was just under $60, $59.73. I think that's pretty good. So did I need the butter dish? I already have one, but I have been thinking about replacing it. So I'm going to sell my Tupperware butter dish. So that's a replacement. I didn't necessarily need the little oval bakers, but I'm kind of excited about it. And then the tarts, pans, and the baking weights will be for an upcoming video. So those were kind of necessary. And the pineapple cutter, we'll see if that was necessary or not. But again, I stuck to my budget. I had a bunch of money that I could spend this month. I chose to spend it on these items. I'm happy with my purchase. I'm excited to have shared this with you guys. Let me know, Stokes, do you shop there? Did you even know it existed? Let me know your thoughts on it. I was pretty impressed. And like I said, their prices, I feel, were fairly reasonable. They did have like a store-wide sale. They had a lot of larger appliances that were, some of them up to half price. I almost bought it, but I didn't. It was a super cute waffle maker, but it was in the shape of dinosaurs. And I think it had like 5 or 6 different dinosaur shapes that made waffles into dinosaur shapes. It was so cute. It was, I think, regular $70 on for $40. I was so tempted to get it, but that would have been all of my budget, and I don't really need a dinosaur-shaped waffle maker, even though it's super cute, and I would be happy eating dinosaur-shaped waffles. But I didn't get it. You know, again, trying to make smarter choices when it comes to shopping. So yeah, Stokes. Definitely something I'm going to keep in mind. So thank you guys so much for watching this Miscellaneous Monday. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.